Hi friends, welcome to the executive series of my management videos. All these videos are based on automotive after sales management. So far we understood the type of costs involved in automotive after sales business, and also in other videos we learned about how to set the recovery rate of the different type of costs. In this video now, we are going to understand the different basic accounting terms used in our business. So let us explore. I have come across so many technical educated professionals when they elevate to the position of managing business, often they face the challenge of understanding basic accounting terms used in business due to their non-commercial educational background. In this video, I have covered basic accounting terms used in business. Let us explore. You must have heard revenue, margin, expenses, remuneration, utility bills, rent, EBITDA, interest on working capital, like these terms. But are you sure whether you know the definition of each term? Sometimes we get confused in cost and expenses. So let us understand all these terms one by one. After learning the various costs involved in automotive after sales business, now it is time to understand the business. So, business starts with the revenue. So, let us understand what revenue is. Revenue refers to the total income generated by a business from its normal business activities, such as sales of goods or services, like labor charges comes under services, and the under goods, whatever spares accessories we sell, that comes under goods. So, whatever the revenue is generated or whatever the business is generated is known as the revenue. It is often referred to as the top line of a company's income statement. Now, let us understand the next term. Now, the cost. Very often, people get confused between cost and expenses. Let us understand the cost. Cost is the amount spent or incurred by a business to acquire, produce, or distribute goods or services. Cost can include expenses such as material and labor. So, the labor charges or a salary, whatever we pay to our technicians, and the cost we spent on buying spares comes under cost. Let us understand the next step now. Margin. Margin typically refers to the difference between the selling price of a product or services and its cost of production or acquisition. It can be expressed as a percentage represents the profitability of the business. There are different type of margins such as gross margin, that is the difference between revenue and cost of goods sold, and net margin, the difference between revenue and all expenses including taxes and interest. Now let us understand expenses. Expenses. Expenses are the cost incurred by a business in its normal operations to generate revenue. Expenses includes items such as salaries, rent, utilities, marketing cost, and other overheads expenses. Expenses are subtracted from margin to calculate profit. Overheads. Overheads are the commonly used term in any business. So let us understand what overheads are. Overheads are fixed costs that are not directly attributable to the production or sale of a specific product or service. They include expenses such as rent, utilities, administrative salaries, and other general operating expenses. Overheads are part of the total expenses of the business. Now, the most important part of any business, gross profit. Gross profit is the difference between revenue and the cost of goods sold. It represents the amount of money left over after deducting the direct costs associated with the producing or acquiring the goods sold. Gross profit is a measure of a company's profitability at the most basic level, before considering other expenses such as overhead costs and taxes. Administrative expenses. These are the costs associated with the management and operation of a business, excluding costs directly related to production or sales. Administrative expenses typically include salaries of administrative staff, office rent, utilities, office supplies, insurance, legal fees, and other general expenses necessary for running the administrative function of a business. Sales promotion. Sales promotion expenses refer to the cost incurred by a company to stimulate sales of its product or services for a specified period. These expenses are typically associated with promotional activities aimed at increasing customer demand, boosting sales volume, or encouraging product trial. Sales promotion expenses may include costs related to advertising campaigns, discounts, coupons, samples, contests, other promotional initiatives designed to attract customers. These expenses are considered a part of marketing budget and are intended to generate short-term sale results and create brand awareness. Now let us understand two important terms used in any business statement. One is interest on working capital. What is interest on working capital? Interest on working capital refers to the cost incurred by a business for borrowing money to finance its day-to-day operations and cover short-term financial needs. This interest expense is typically associated with short-term loans, lines of credit, or other form of financing used to maintain adequate working capital level. EBITDA, earning before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. EBITDA is a financial metric that represents a company's operating profit before deducting interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization expenses. It provides a clear picture of a company's operating performance by excluding non operating expenses and accounting for the impact of depreciation and amortization on earning. EBITDA is often used as a measure of profitability and cash flow from core business operations. Now I will show you the basic business accounting flow of any business report, what we normally prepare to understand the profit and loss of the company. So the first thing is revenue. It starts with revenue. So what comes under revenue? Labor sale, whatever labor charges we earn through service operation, body shop operations, or any other means of earning the labor. Then comes spare sale, whatever spare parts we used on the car and billed to the customer comes under revenue. Now the next part after revenue is cost. Here the cost is technician salary, paint, consumable what is used for body shop repairs, and salaries paid to the technicians or denting and painting contractors or a denting and painting direct employees. In spare sales, we need to deduct the cost of parts used for buying a parts before selling. That comes under cost. After cost, then comes margin. How the margin is calculated? After deducting technician salary, paint and consumable, and spare sales cost of parts, that comes under margin. So margin on labor sale comes after deducting technician salary, paint material and consumables used. The margin on spares is after deducting the cost of parts from the sale of the total parts. Now it is time to work upon our profitability. So we need to deduct expenses or overheads, what I have already explained you in my previous slides. So administrative cost comes under this. Administrative costs involve remuneration of the people involved in generating or helping to generate the revenue. Here, it also includes the rent and other administrative expenses like utilities and sales promotion. After deducting administrative cost from the margin, total margin earned, we get profit. So profit is part after deducting the administrative cost from the margin. This is the basic structure of any accounting flow of profit and loss. We will discuss all these terms in details in my next videos. So let us conclude here and wait for the next video based on different terms, how to improve the revenue, how to control the cost, how to improve the margins. So please stay tuned with my channel to understand all these from my next videos. Now you understood the basic terms used in accounting statements of our automotive after sales business. I will be sharing the detailed videos on different terms in my next videos. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to get the updates on my next videos. I have also given the WhatsApp channel link in my description so you can connect with me and get the updates in time. So thank you and wait for the next video.